We were taught that balance means harmony, that when light and dark exist together, the galaxy is at peace. That belief is comforting. It is also false. History does not show balance as coexistence. It shows balance as what remains after something is erased. This is not a theory, this is a pattern. What follows is not speculation, not morality, and not fan comfort. It is an examination of what consistently survives when systems collapse. This is not a story about hope. This is about the cost of correction. We have been socialized to believe a dangerous lie about the nature of balance. Our poets and priests describe it as a state of peaceful harmony, a serene garden where the light and dark coexist in a perfect, quiet symmetry. But is that really what we see in the galaxy's history? Balance is not a living state. It is a post-mortem reality. It is not what happens during the life of a system, but what remains after the fire has finally consumed the rot. In the cold architecture of the galaxy, balance always comes after extinction. You cannot have a systemic reset without a total deletion of the previous failed data. Think about it. Every major era shift in Star Wars, from the fall of the Old Republic to the collapse of the Empire, required wiping out entire orders, planets, and ways of life. Every era of true equilibrium in the stars was bought with the price of a mass grave. Balance requires space, and in a galaxy crowded with the ghosts of dead republics and the shadows of ancient Jedi, space can only be created through the act of absolute removal. Before the New Republic could even exist as a whisper of hope, the Old Republic had to be violently and systematically erased from existence. The Jedi Purge wasn't just a tragedy, it was a deliberate clearing. Before a new Jedi could be born, the old order had to be extinguished until not even their ashes remembered their names. The Force is not a builder. It is a sculptor that works exclusively by removing material until only the essential core remains. To the Force, extinction is not a tragedy to be mourned. It is a necessary sanitation of the cosmic canvas. What if the Force sees overgrowth like the Jedi's stagnation or the Sith's tyranny, the same way we see weeds in a garden? If you look deep into the foundations of every golden age, you will find that they are not built on treaties' ideals or heroic speeches. They are built on the cooling ashes of the civilizations that had to die so that the future could breathe. The Force utilizes extinction as a form of nutrient cycling on a galactic scale. It breaks down the complex, over-engineered, and rotting structures of the past to provide the raw energy required for the next cycle to take root. Look at the post-Empire era. The New Republic rose from the ruins of Alderaan. The Jedi Temple and countless systems vaporized. The peace brought by the end of the Civil War was not a moral victory. It was a physical consequence of the fact that everyone who started the war was gone. Balance is the heavy, absolute silence that follows a completed destruction. Those who are lucky enough to survive the balance carry an invisible debt that can never be paid. They are the ones standing on the fresh mass graves of an entire era that was sacrificed so they could have a clean slate. This is the crushing weight carried by the rebellion and the survivors of the Jedi. Their balance was traded for the literal vaporization of Alderaan and the agonizing collapse of 1,000 systems. Survivors like Leia or Rey live with survivor's guilt, knowing their new world was built on the bones of billions. The Force never grants balance as a gift. It is always a trade. It demands everything that was in exchange for the mere possibility of what might be. Extinction is the Force's ultimate emergency protocol for handling a feedback loop that has spiraled into terminal noise. When the Sith or the Jedi become dominant, they create a distortion in the cosmic signal that threatens the stability of the entire universe. The Force's only remaining solution is to mute the entire channel. It triggers a systemic collapse, a total wipe of the current data, to prevent a permanent crash of reality itself. This is the cost of correction. It is a total, uncompromising reset that values the survival of the Force over the survival of any specific species, culture, or individual. Just like a computer reboot, when the system crashes, everything lost, but the core survives. The ultimate irony of the Chosen One prophecy is that his purpose was never to save a civilization, but to act as the agent of its extinction. Anakin Skywalker fulfilled his cosmic destiny not by preserving the Jedi, but by acting as the finger of the Force on the delete key of the galaxy. He systematically destroyed the Jedi, and then he destroyed the Sith. He was the storm that left nothing standing, the chosen agent of the Great Deletion. In Legends, his actions echoed through millennia. In canon, it set the stage for the sequel's fragile peace. The balance he brought was not the balance of a crowded room, but the balance of a grave, a clean, empty slate where the cycle could finally begin again without the suffocating baggage of 1,000 years of failure. As we look at the ruins of the Empire and the Republic alike, we see a brutal and perfect symmetry. The Force does not play favorites. It does not care about our flags, our titles, or our legacies. It only plays for the long-term survival of the equilibrium. Longest for reflection. Extinction is not the end of the story, it is the transition. But we must never forget the price of that crossing. Balance is a beautiful, seductive word, but it is written in the blood of those who had to disappear so the scales could move. The next time you pray for balance in the galaxy, remember, you might be praying for your own extinction.